Discuss the common belief in witchcraft and how it affects people's lives, particularly in cultures and spiritual practices around the world. Acknowledge that while some may consider these things to be superstitions, for others, these experiences are real, and they can have a profound impact on one's mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Provide a brief overview of what the script will cover, how to recognize the signs of witchcraft, and how to protect yourself from these practices. Disclaimer: explain that this script will approach the subject from an informational and spiritual perspective, aiming to provide solutions for those who might feel they are under the influence of witchcraft. Encourage the audience to seek professional help, spiritual, psychological, etc., if they experience extreme emotional distress or need further guidance. Section 1. Sign number 1: Unexplained physical ailments, approx. Introduction to the sign. Discuss how witchcraft can manifest in physical ailments that cannot be easily explained by medical professionals or conventional treatments. Describe common symptoms such as persistent headaches, chronic fatigue, body aches, and unexplained illnesses. How witchcraft may cause physical pain. Explore the concept of energy manipulation in witchcraft, where negative energy or curses are directed at an individual to cause physical suffering. Touch on traditional beliefs in curses and hexes that cause sickness, and the spiritual reasoning behind these phenomena. Real-life examples. Provide historical or cultural examples where individuals believed they were under witchcraft influence due to physical ailments, for example, stories from folklore, or personal anecdotes from people who have shared their experiences. How to free yourself. Offer methods of spiritual healing, such as cleansing rituals, protective prayers, and the use of talismans or crystals. Suggest seeking a trusted spiritual healer or psychic for guidance. Discuss the power of mental strength in combating these forces, including meditation and visualization exercises. Section 2. Sign number 2: Emotional and mental instability. Introduction to the sign. Address the ways in which witchcraft can influence an individual's emotional and mental state. This could include mood swings, irrational fears, deep feelings of despair, or feelings of being controlled by external forces. Common mental symptoms linked to witchcraft. Discuss symptoms such as anxiety, depression, intrusive thoughts, paranoia, and even feelings of being constantly watched or followed. Explore how witchcraft can affect the mind by causing spiritual attacks like mind control or psychic manipulation. Why this happens. Discuss the idea of psychic attacks, or spiritual parasites, that can drain an individual's mental energy. Offer explanations from various spiritual practices about how these forces can cloud judgment, create confusion, or leave individuals feeling trapped in negative thought patterns. How to free yourself. Recommend mental health practices that can strengthen the mind, such as grounding exercises and mindfulness. Explain how to use spiritual practices, like energy clearing or using certain herbs, for example, sage or lavender, to protect your emotional space. Encourage journaling, or talking to a trusted friend or therapist to help clear the emotional fog. Section 3. Sign number 3: Unexplained bad luck or misfortune. Introduction to the sign. Introduce the concept of bad luck or unexplainable misfortune that seems to follow a person around, especially after being around certain people or visiting certain places. Talk about the notion of jinxing or bad energy being projected onto an individual. Examples of bad luck include examples like accidents, financial problems, strained relationships, failed opportunities, or things going wrong at every turn. Reference the belief in curses that bring misfortune, or the concept of someone wishing ill upon you through dark practices. How witchcraft can create bad luck. Discuss the use of spells to sabotage a person's success or happiness. Touch on how witchcraft practitioners may use dark magic to influence someone's life in a negative direction. How to free yourself. Offer techniques such as cleansing rituals, protection spells, or asking for divine intervention through prayer. Recommend using physical items like salt, black tourmaline, or protective symbols to counteract the negative energy. Suggest ways to cut ties with toxic individuals or environments where these bad energies are coming from. Section 4. Sign number 4. Unexplained nightmares or sleep disturbances. Introduction to the sign. Explain how witchcraft can affect a person's sleep patterns, causing nightmares, sleep paralysis, or an overwhelming sense of fear during sleep. Nightmares and spiritual attack. Discuss the idea that dreams can be used as a medium for witches or practitioners to attack or influence someone. These dreams may leave the individual feeling drained, terrified, or powerless upon waking. How sleep disturbances are linked to witchcraft. Explore the spiritual meaning of sleep disturbances and nightmares, where they could be messages from the subconscious or direct spiritual attacks. Provide examples of traditional or folklore-based beliefs around sleep disturbances as a result of witchcraft. How to free yourself. Suggest protection techniques like placing protective symbols under your pillow or invoking spirits of protection before sleep. Recommend using calming herbal teas, aromatherapy, and rituals to promote peaceful sleep. Explore the use of dream journals to track recurring dreams and seek a deeper understanding. Section 5. Sign number 5. Feeling of being watched or followed. Introduction to the sign. Discuss the unsettling feeling of being watched or followed, which many people believe to be caused by supernatural or witchcraft forces. Why this happens. Explain the belief that witches or dark magic practitioners may use surveillance spells or psychic manipulation to track their targets. Discuss how the feeling of being constantly watched can stem from heightened spiritual sensitivity or psychic attacks. How witchcraft causes these feelings. Provide insight into how people who engage in witchcraft may project their energy onto others, making them feel as if they are being watched or followed. How to free yourself. Offer practical advice on protecting your energy field, such as visualization techniques to create an energetic shield. Suggest meditations that can help center the mind and reassure you that you are safe and not under attack. Recommend seeking spiritual guidance to clear negative energies or blockages that may be causing the sensation. Conclusion. Approx. 300,500 words. Summary of the signs. Briefly recap the 5 signs of witchcraft that were discussed in the script. Call to action. Empower the audience with a sense of agency and strength. Reiterate that anyone can protect themselves through spiritual practices, energy work, and seeking professional guidance if needed. Closing remarks. Offer words of encouragement, urging the audience to trust their instincts and take action if they feel under the influence of witchcraft. Remind them that their mental, emotional, and physical well-being is important, and they have the power to break free from any negative energy that may be directed at them.